Hello everyone, you are welcome to the 5th episode of the manual reinforced concrete design using the RCC design Excel spreadsheet. In this episode, I will be showing you how you can design a beam using the RCC template. Okay, so one more time, we'll be using the RCC 11. In the last episode where we designed a two-way slab, we also used RCC 11. So RCC 11 is capable of, designing a slab. So you just need to come to this tab. It is capable of designing a rectangular beam. It is capable of designing a T-beam. It is also capable of designing a shear link, which is your link. And it is also capable of designing your column, all right? So this is what the RCC will do for you, and that is why it is basically called element design. It is not called beam design or column design. It is called element design because it comprises of more than one element. Okay, so let's just go to the rectangular beam. We are not going to spend much time on this because I'll just show you how you can use it. So it is very straightforward. Just as we've been doing, the location here, you just need to give it a name. Okay, so let's say it is beam X whatever. So just tell the identity of the beam here. So it is not essential like that, but you need to put it because at times you might want to print out your design. Okay, so if you want to print it out, so just give it a name so that everything will be perfect. All right, so now what's the design moment? You can just input the design moment. In order to get the design moment, in the last episode when we were talking about slab, I basically showed you how you can get the design moment. Okay, and then for the case of beam like this, you can also get the design moment. In episode 2 of this, I showed you the analysis, so how we can establish the analysis of a frame, where you can get the moment of beam and you can get the moment of column. You can also get the shear force of beam and shear force of column. Okay, so basically the design moment you are seeing here is just the the moment of that beam. So from there, after doing the analysis, you will get the moment. So in order to get the analysis, the spreadsheet to use, you'll be using RCC 21 to get the frame analysis. So when you do this, you establish the moment, and then you can now use RCC 11, then you now put your answer here. So all of those templates are interconnected, so you just need to know the perfect one for whichever you want to use. But of course, the template is capable of doing almost every structural element you want to do, including the retaining wall, the flat slab, rib slabs, and many more. All right, so you insert the load. Let's say that my moment here is 45. This moment is very high, 165. Let me just use a moment of, let's say, 75. Okay, 75 kilonewton per meter, and then the moment distribution factor, I will just let that to be 1.0. Then my span, the beam is actually 4.5 meter long. Okay, and then the section of the span, let's say it is a 450 by 230 beam. So 230 beam. Then the reinforcement, what's the size of reinforcement I want at the tension zone? Let me use 16 mm. Okay, what about the compression zone? Let that be 16 mm. I believe you know where the tension and compression zone is in a beam. Okay, so let's use grade 30 for the beam, for the concrete, and let's use, sorry, I clicked the wrong cell. So let's use our grade 410 for the reinforcement, and then the cover of 30 should be enough, I believe. Okay, though that depends on the fire resistance you wish to have, and then the mode of exposure, and then this will remain constant 1.5, 1.05. That is the partial factor for the concrete and steel respectively. So depending on the type of beam, if it is a simply supported beam, okay, or a continuous beam, or a cantilever beam, so you need to select that. So it is let's say it is a simply supported beam. Okay, so by doing that, of course, you see the output. So the output, it will calculate the effective depth, do all what is necessary, and then at the end of the day, it will tell you that, okay, you should provide 3y16. The how does not matter. Okay, so it is y actually. So it will tell you to provide 3y16 at the tension zone. Okay, you provide 3y16 at the tension zone. And then what about the compression zone? Although it will not tell you the reinforcement you will provide at the compression zone, simply because when it's calculated the stiffness is 0.064, which is less than 0.156, and that's telling you that this beam is actually a singly reinforced beam, not a doubly reinforced beam. And you know that for a beam, for a concrete, it is good in compression, so we only need to bring in a material that is good in tension. That's why we reinforce. So we need to reinforce the tension zone, and the tension zone has been satisfied, so we do not need to reinforce the compression zone. However, it is not possible to have that in beam, so you just need to put a nominal reinforcement, because if you don't put any reinforcement in the tension zone, there's no way you will put your link. Okay, so and if you don't put link, there's no way you are going to take care of the shear. So you need to put the link, and then for the compression zone, you just provide a nominal reinforcement. So for the tension, since you have 3y16, for the compression you can just have 2y16. I believe that is fine. Okay, so now you've taken care of the hugging moment, you've taken care of the sagging moment. The next thing to take care of is the shear force. Okay, and what we take care of the shear force is actually the link. So I will come to shear. All right, so here you can give a name to it. You know, as I said, just give it a name. And then what is the concrete strength? The concrete strength still remain to be 30. Okay, you'll see that this is it is singled out, it is not in the same sense. Okay, so now we have to give the strength of the steel. Note that this is a link. It does not need to be a high yield steel, it can just be a mild steel. So basically we use a strength of 250, and then this will still remain constant. Then since it is a beam, you need to put the section of the beam. The section of the beam is 450 by 300, just as we did here. You say 450 by 450 by 230. I almost made a mistake. 450 by 230. Okay, so that's fine. Then the main steel, don't forget that the main steel, that's the tension steel, right? So what's the maximum number? The maximum number we got was 3. Okay, and then the diameter is 16 actually. Okay, so I believe that's not confusing. I'm talking about this 3y16 that we got. Okay, so 316. And then for the link, what is the diameter we want to use for the link? I want to use a diameter of 8 for the link. And then how many legs? 2 legs is enough. Okay, there is side cover. No, just use a side cover of 30. Okay, then the shear force, you know, for the shear force you need to get the shear force of the beam. And just as I've said earlier, that when you use your RCC 21, you get all the analysis results, both the shear force and the bending moment. So the shear force you get will be what you will use here. Okay, so shear force, let's say we have a shear force of let's say 80. Okay, and then UDL, let's use UDL of 20. Okay, so from there it will analyze what you should have. Okay, so what does it say we should provide? It says we should provide 2 legs at the spacing of 250. Okay, 2 legs at the spacing of 250, and we should use R8. So that is what our link says we should use, and then you can see the link spacing is okay, and then the shear is also okay. So that is fine. Sorry, you have to change this to beam. Okay, change that to beam. Okay, so it is still passing, but make sure it is changed to beam, not slab. So this is how you are going to design your normal beam and how you are going to design the link. So if it is not a rectangular beam, what if it is a T-beam? There is no big deal. You just need to fill in the details. That's all. You know, the H, the BW, the BF, and then everything like that. Then you need to tell us where the interior span is and everything. And then you should have your BS 8110, the manual. You should have the manual, so that whenever you want to check anything, for example, if you want to check the HF, so you know how you go to the table and, you know, establish all that. So this will be the end for this. Then in the next episode we will move forward and we will talk about column. Okay, how you can establish the section for the column and how you can design a column. Then from there we will move forward. So if you like the video, make sure you give it a like, and if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, kindly consider giving me a subscription. Also, if you are interested in having the RCC templates, you can always contact me. I will put my details in the description of the video, so you can always contact me. So thank you for watching.